That, and that loads. Pop up the other thing. There we go. Long day today. What is today, Monday? Yeah, Mondays always kick my ass. It starts off Sunday night, stay up at least long enough to get past midnight, pull my reports, work, and then start organizing those some. When I get too tired, I pass the hell out. Then I wake up and I start doing the stuff for my kiddos homeschooling until about noon. Then afterwards, it's figuring out, well, playing games or else chit chatting with everybody. Because we already got VC face running for this streaming. I ended up setting up a control rig for my dude. Always takes forever to load. Pardon me while I'm opening some mail while I'm waiting. Not so much mail, but the envelope that had my pay stub in it. Frickin' text. It's annoying to know that nearly, just over 1,000 has gone out already this year just for taxes and other crap. It be what it be, though. At least I know whenever income tax return hits a decent chunk. Be really nice for this upcoming year. Maybe I can even do down payment for a house or something. I'm gonna have to look at the market, and hopefully my credit score is high enough at that point to do such shits. And right now, supposedly it's good credit I have. Just still find it annoying as hell that TransUnion, I think it was, wasn't reading that I like even existed, but Equifax still had me for a fairly decent credit score, like 735 or something along that line. And then now that, like, not even a week after I got this secured credit card thing that I have now, TransUnion updated my stuff and started off like around 680. So gotta work and work and work. Textures, DRMs suck balls. I don't want to update it. I wish I could, but how the hell all this stuff works properly in 5.4. I need to figure out how the stuff actually like gets put through, well, piped into VC phase. That way I don't have to worry about if things go out of date. I can just fix it myself. Alright, so this is where I was. There we go, now it's showing. You can see my head's already moving in the scene. Yay. Yay. So, we actually got this all sorted out now. Sort of. So we hit play, go to the full screen. Tried changing this before, but it still doesn't seem to want to do the do. Thing is, I wish to move my goofy ass around. So I can still definitely see you guys. Root. Levitate. Other than that, and sometimes it's a pain in the ass to see these parts. Get that. Root. Ta-da! Sitting up now. So yeah, plenty of works to be done, but I'm happy with how it's looking. Might make Mr. Bear here a little bit smaller. I even add a bit of a skeleton to a skeletal mesh to him to close those legs a bit. But the way he was made is sort of supposed to be like casual lean setup.
Like that teddy with it. Why, Mom? My teddy.
Oh yeah, so we still got that. Pull this over. Since there's nobody talking in chat at the moment, I wanna. Yep, and Chat is still working.
Hello, Dad?
Yeah, me and a teddy bear. But yeah, this is what I've been up to. Making stuff in well, getting this scene set up in Unreal Engine. A bit. I don't know if I want to go with a modular build or um, just a flat out. This is what the scene is going to be build for the actual room itself, which I could port in and just put all this stuff into it. Well, move all this stuff around and resize things as needed. But chat is still planned to go on like a flat screen display sort of thing behind wherever I decide to plop my goopy ass. For now, giant teddy bear here is my gamer chair. As I had said in previous streams, whenever showing this, like, see all these a few other people that do this exact same thing where they're streaming from Unreal, and seems like my head might not be working. Go back. Died out. Sometimes I've seen with this, like, size the go kaput. Yeah, it's still not working in Unreal. That one. Hmm. But thank you, get this all working, like, not that. This is what the control rig is. Lets me move my model around. Everything's connected in this except for the head part. Yeah. Well, just the head. So if I put these control rigs for the neck and head into this chain, it ends up not working. But as you can see, it's simulating it right now. Stop. Quick animation. So. And for whatever reason, he decided to go tilted. This is what part of what runs is. This is just for like making it so that the faces don't show up right now. I need to figure out how to set up hotkeys or something in game. I think I got an idea of how to do it where it will change this value from 1 to 0 to show on my model. But the animation, this is all the stuff going from VCM. Well, this is reading it from a VC face here, and then piping it into moving the model. So if I go, I don't know why it's like tilted like that. Save. Sometimes just restarting is what I had to do, is to I'm still working out all the kinks, especially since I'm not using motion capture stuff. Some of this is like Frankenstein together. Yeah. The first thing I did was trying to get this set up so that I could bring my model in and now you can see it's moving now. And if I play it, move it like that. Like there's supposedly a way to yeah, T-posing. There's supposedly a way to get rid of the streaming pool error thing, but have to go into the config file, I think. Oh, ads, damn it. For time to pass here. 20 seconds left. Alrighty, welcome back from ads. Figures the moment to like get back into the scene, it decides to go blah. But yeah, so we've got movement. Since I don't have full body tracking or even like leap motion controls for capturing my hand movements, the only thing that moves is my head, which is controlled through VC face. Hey Deadpool. Yeah, I much the stinky. Yeah, I got a bunch of redeems that I need to. Eventually, when I move into this thing, I need to figure out what the other ways I can trigger them. Sorry, but first day I streamed this was 2 Fridays ago, and essentially gonna say it again. Still taking like suggestions in my Discord and model suggestion channel if you happen to be in there. And I made a tweet, but I didn't pin it until my Hogwarts Legacy playthrough videos are done, which should be at the end of this month actually. Um, those are going to be my pinned comment, my pinned tweets. But this the big teddy bear is one suggestion. Others, I actually got them written down on a list here. Other suggestions I have gotten so far is a flesh blob sort of thingy with one eye and tiny teeth. A small cartoony tank, which I got an idea of what to do with that. A little cat with a cowboy hat that pokes up like here or there's. A Miku Hatsune poster, which I'll just randomly place wherever in the scene. And then a shortcake. So, few things planned to try to do up, and I think on Fridays, or if I don't feel like playing Division 2 on Wednesday here. But Fridays are pretty much looking to be mostly the days that I do stuff in Blender for making and adding to this scene. Teddy bear is pretty simple. The Flesh Bob, that could be easy too. Part of me wants to like, whatchamacallit, wants to maybe try animating it. Just have it like in a jar or something behind me. Try popping if you can. Well, that's fine. I mean, heck, I usually last Friday here I went pretty late with the stream. Like I think I started around like 6 or 7, and did a couple hours of Division 2, and then after I got done doing my dailies, I jumped into Unreal to show this stuff of what I had before I got the teddy bear in there. And then afterwards I jumped into Blender and started working on the teddy bear. And that took a good like 3 to 5 hours, I think. Just making that, because the process that I go through now with trying to make models and stuff is like I'll do oh, I think I got it all saved still, so I could probably actually poop out of this. And this up. Blender. 1,050 hours in Blender. What is that? 10,000 hours and you're a master or whatever, it's something? No, I wouldn't say that number is 100% accurate with me, like actually doing and making stuff in Blender. It's some of it's been wasted just rendering stuff, which can take forever. I think that sucks. Like the more intricate or else bigger the animation or whatever it is that I'm trying to render out is, the longer I gotta go without like messing with the computer. Because then I got like don't want any files getting corrupted, and hell, even just trying to watch people streaming on Twitch can be pain. But yeah, so let's just show from start to finish. So this is what it started off as. These are all different parts. These are all just cubes that I applied a subdivision to and shaped based on that image there. So if I get a front view, whoop, see, mostly matches up. I had to try to like improvise a bit with the legs. But I think I did a fairly decent job. Then afterwards, joined them all as one. Well, made duplicate, joined them all as one thing, and popped it out to. Keep wanting to right click because of way you navigate stuff in Unreal Engine. This is after I've joined everything. I've done some stuff with sculpting and got it all ready. So the big difference is this one is 11,000 faces. So that's just the build up. Thank you. Then from the build up to the sculpt, takes it all the way up to 171,000 paces. And then I retopologized it down to this. And this is only 4,120. Technically, this is like probably the lowest I got it. I could probably add more to it, but yeah. For now, I think I did okay. Um, and the textures on it are actually I did by hand. But yeah, I mean, I might eventually in the future here look into how to add fur to stuff in Unreal, because I know if I added fur to it in here in Blender, it wouldn't translate over to Unreal anyway. I'd have to make the fur based on their engine. Well, the way that stuff works. Could do, yeah. But yeah, so that was one thing knocked out pretty much in a weekend, making this, turning into an asset. Well, exporting it as an asset for Unreal, and then getting into Unreal and setting it up to where I'd like it, and then I think that was like Friday and Saturday, and it was done. Then Sunday I spent setting up that control rig. Let me just close this now. Get that done. With the teddy bear there, I'm happy that I got lower than the initial phase. I mean, it wasn't even half of the initial. Well, compared to the initial one after I retopologized it. There we go. Wonder why the hell it didn't change. But I'm happy that I got this working. And control rig. This I followed along a tutorial for how to like set this up, so this is like all made from scratch. For whatever reason, I don't know what the hell happened with whenever I ported this model from Blender to Unity and turned it into VRM. Ended up adding this armature bone, which sort of screws things up for whenever I tried using what the hell's the name of the program? VRM poser. Whenever I tried using this, it kept screwing up stuff. Yeah, using control rig here. Sort of happy with it. It's hard to see because background, but this has some basic IKs to it. Ooh, spooky. But that works there. And then, like I was doing with the feet in the scene, I just had to bend the knees to be able to get into a sitting position. Oh, thanks. Well, technically, it was already rigged, which I'd done before, which this is a skeleton itself. The control rig, though, is adding strings to the puppet, essentially. So with these, I would be able to fully handle everything, but as you guys see, like I've got it for the head and the neck area as well, but I don't want these things messing stuff up. Well, whenever I tried running it with the control rig and VC face, I wasn't getting my head movement. I was like, oh, maybe if I go into this control rig and I disconnect the head and the neck bones, maybe that'll work. Hi, Mod. Got me a little bullshit about this stuff. Yeah, I got rid of that long ago.
Max is a sexy
Why the hell does that always come
wildebeest.
up where it's being shot out here? It knows. But yeah, Mod. I don't know, I think he's seen this scene already. Alright. Do this and that with a wiffle ball bat. This is my Unreal Engine scene, which is, I guess you could call a virtual studio. And if I end up investing in a whatchamacallit, either mocap stuff or hand tracking, then I'll have more movement based off of what the hell I'm doing in real life, in comparison to what I have right now, which is reading from a VC face for what I'm doing. I do find it funny. Is like I want to move my feet around. I can just turn my head far enough. But as it stands now, I have a control rig set for this that I'd be able to control rig over here. I think it'll still. Oh. worried about messing with stuff too. I don't want breaking any. So that's still working fine for now. Wood. Hmm. Back. Yeah. That. Some of these rigs are, well, some of these controls are a bit of a pain in the ass to grab a hold of, but luckily I have a hierarchy list that I can just grab onto and be like, hey, look over there. Looks so odd without hand tracking. But that is what I got going for now. Not the biggest and best, but it's a start. Definitely getting a bit further with what I've been wanting to do, which is the virtual studio stuff. Still sort of just dragging my feet on how the hell to do the room itself instead of it just being this open area. Partially because I think I might have to resize the teddy bear. Part of me sort of wants to maybe redo where the legs are, but then at the same time, like I don't really care. I could be sitting on a leg, I could be sitting on a nose or the top of the head. But I could always add a skeleton to in Blender, port it over, and then I can actually pose the bear too. Then, if I wanted to. So many things that can be done, but so little time, especially still having to do work stuff and the parenting thing. But I want to figure other things out, like setting up keys for triggering my faces that work in VC face, but not this. Echo ears work on VC face, but not the model in Unreal. So I think I might have to set something up that. Sorry. That takes a keystroke while in Unreal in the editor there for Unreal to actually read it and then change the morph target, which is what it's called in Unreal, to a different value that it actually shows. But other than setting that up, basically I want to get a home, the full studio for the room, and some of these suggestions knocked out, as well as getting a proper place for chat instead of just hovering in the air. And and then go from there, and the next big step will be dropping $25 on a thing called Twiworks or Tweeworks, which is a add-on in Unreal Engine, well, plugin that connects to the Twitch API for doing the doing stuff like whenever you guys redeem something, it'll do something in the scene. And I've got a few ideas of what I'd like to do. I guess you can almost think of it almost like how Twitch integrated throwing system does stuff whenever you guys redeem points to throw something at someone, but way more flexibility because this isn't Twitch integrated throwing system. This is my program made in Unreal Engine, so I could have it do a lot of different things. It's just a matter of figuring out what I want to do with it. So yeah. It's things to do, and then this is the first step of the bigger picture. Because lore wise, my character would be hanging out in like an underground bunker sort of thing. So that's what this is going to be. This is going to turn into essentially, and then from there, an above ground sort of thing is going to be just like a little shack. But then I'm going to make a community-based game that you guys coming in here could do and participate in, and like we could actually see it in part on the scene itself too. It's like I'm gonna have gonna have a monitor thing for chat, but then I'll have another monitor thing for showing the Twitch extension's progress, and you guys will be able to use the Twitch extension to do stuff in the sort of like game sort of thing. And I've tossed around like a few different ideas how to set it up, but well, how I'd like it to look. It's just a matter of getting it set up. Because when all is said and done, like if I have a just chatting sort of like VTuber interview crap thing with any of you guys, like Mod, Anu, or anyone else, and you have a house in the game, I would quite literally just pull the models the way you have it set up in the extension into here, and I would go and visit you. Instead of having a little reactive just down the corner like I usually do for whenever I have anybody join me and we're like talking in VC, I'd probably have like a monitor for people that are just PNG. But for people that have actual VTuber models, since I know how to set up my model for this shit, I could try setting up so that the person, if they trust me enough, they could bring in their model as well. And we'd be literally just sort of like just sitting down bullshit with each other. It's like that's why I'd like to eventually evolve things too. But like I said, it's gonna take a lot, and the first things first is get this done. My studio. Once I do something for myself, then build stuff out from there. Because all the shit that I learned from doing this will probably apply to everything else that I do. So I guess you could say it's like I don't mind if my stuff breaks because I don't mind taking the time to fix it. Somebody else's stuff breaks or something for somebody else breaks, and I feel like shit because until I get the time to fix it, it's sort of just broken for them. But I'm happy that I can move my goopy little ass around, and it's so weird because in Unreal the model itself isn't moving. But as you guys can see, it's moving in the scene. We're all broken in our own ways. Hmm. That's gonna be a bit goofy, but I want to do it anyway. Ah, damn it. Okay, so Control Z ends up screwing up. Welcome back from ads. It's still moving. Hmm. That's enough. It's only part of it. Eh. Let's see if this works. Whee! Yeah. I have ascended. trying to position myself. Alright, moving off the root. Just chilling. Big chillin'. Yeah. Yeah, work stuff sucks. But it'd be a thing. Or just funny that my head still works just fine. And that's SQL updating. This is the thing that pops up sometimes, like every time I play past midnight and shit, and I'm streaming, and all of a sudden, like, I can't move. I'm bitching about SQL or SQL. That's it. That thing will pop up at midnight every night and make sure my SQL's up to date, so that whenever I go to code stuff for work, I don't have to worry about things being out of whack. So. Ooh. Mm. Drop on down, chillin'. Oh yeah, how you guys? I'm okay. Seen a few things that could use some touching up, but other than that, everything seems to be pretty fine with this. See, I don't think I'd be able to do this with a full motion capture unless I, well, with a mocap suit, unless I actually laid down. In which case, I wouldn't be able to see chat anyway. But, I think if I got gloves or else hand tracking, I'd be okay. Then maybe I could try to set up using a controller for moving my legs. But I think I'd have to animate out a walk cycle as well as like sitting and standing. Different things that you do with the feet sisses. But being able to control the hands would be pretty nice. But one thing I have concerns about is, would I have to sort of just rip a skeleton off this VRM and sort of copy the names of the bones? Or maybe I could just use the names of the bones that are in this file and make sure to name the armature the same way whenever I make whenever I get done with working on my other model, because I'm already sort of working on a version 3 now. Version 1 was debuted halfway through 2022, or else near the beginning of 2023, I think. This model got debuted New Year's Eve, going into 2024 here, so this model's about 5 years old. Not 5 years, 5 months old for actually showing on stream. And I've pretty much already started working on another model, but I put that off to the side whenever I was like, I really want to get this shit with Unreal Engine moving more. So yeah, I started poking around Unreal Engine more, so version 3's been put on back burner for the time being, but I haven't even got done with the sculpting part of that one, because for those that saw the Zelda that I did, I'm basically following the same idea with that one. Well, as that one for making this new model. Yeah, all things in the times. Much time. I have this feeling like so far I'm liking this workflow where I block things out, then do sculpting with it, then re-topo it afterwards. The one for the Zelda came out really good, I think, so if the one for new version of version 3 mags comes out good enough, I might start using that for making some of my friends' 3D models if they want them. But that's just something in the future here. Like technically, I already have a base mesh for female models. I would just have to change the ears for people that don't have pointy ears. This is then a few other things like fixing with the sculpt to match up to the person themselves, like if they have a scar or whatever. Then of course doing the hair. The hair is another thing that I still need to get used to doing. Don't know why. Anytime I try to like just go with it for trying to do it myself without following a tutorial for doing hair with curves, I always mess something up somehow. But if I can get that all done properly, then try to get stuff ported into, like do a test run of putting it into a VC face and testing it out, so I know it at least works on my end. Then I know what I'd be able to send to people and be like, hey, here's a 3D model you can use if you want. So yeah, lots of stuffs. But I noticed whenever with this model, because of that extra bone in the armature that's just named armature .001 before the root bone, whenever I go to look at the tracking for this model in VC face, the tracking dots are like really out of whack. um, and I don't get it because I followed the exact same steps and followed the exact same video that I did for the preview for version 1, and version 1 came out just fine. Like, it read through the VR motion capture or VR poser thing. It read in that just fine. But for whatever reason, with this model, because of that extra bone, it really screwed things up. So, I could always go back to version 1, but at the same time, it's just the things I learned between version 1 and version 2 definitely show. Yep, sometimes it just goes nope. And I've got an idea of why it goes nope, it's just I don't know how to go in and fix it without possibly breaking things. One of those, if it ain't broke, don't fix it sort of situations, it feels like. But like version 1, the materials came out looking not how I liked them to. Like, I think this model looks pretty good for the materials. That's because I learned when we're doing this model, importing it and everything, the tutorials out there will tell you to go with the toon shader, but that works with like anime characters, like 90% of the fucking VTubers out there. Well, 3D VTubers. I'm not the anime, so I went with the regular shaders, which was just using my textures, just normal in Unity, and it came out like this. And I was very happy that it came out like this because this is how I wanted it to look like with the previous version, essentially. And then I think with version 3, yeah, not the anime, but with version 3, I'm probably going to change up how the mask looks. Helmet would probably stay about the same, but the mask, I'm going to change up how that looks a bit more. I might get rid of the rebreather part in the front and make more of a hard plastic look, almost like a fully enclosed combat helmet. Because in all honesty, with like combat situation, this much, like the visor being as big as it is, that's a glaring weak spot to shoot at. If you were to put it into a combat situation thing. There's no way in hell I've got bulletproof glass on my visor. Well, it looked like hard plastic, essentially. Whatever the hell they use for actual combat helmets is sort of what I want to try to look more like, because inspiration for my model comes from the Death Court of Krieg from Warhammer 40k. But at the same time, with how Games Workshop has been with their fan base and trying to hit people with copyrighted shit here, there, and getting things taken down, even though it was like a massive amount of effort for the community to put it together, also one person to put together for the community. And they're just ran by idiots right now, it seems. Impact, bulletproof glass, and inkling that just for the weight issue. Well, yeah. I mean, I used to really be into the Army of Two games, and my brother and I used to play those non-stop. We fucking loved them. But there's one part where a guy is sort of just unloading an AK into one of the main characters' faces, and they wear these masks. I'm like, how the hell um is he able to withstand that? Like his head's not like barely even moving from getting the shot in the mask. I'm like, how the hell could he like even absorb that? And it's like, well, maybe if there was enough support behind, it'd stop the head from him moving back and stuff. Because at that distance, even if you get the bulletproof glass, there's like the energy from your head just getting whipped back like that could probably break your neck. Hi, Doc. Welcome,
Oh
welcome.
Lord, they're coming.
Welcome, Raiders. My name is Megalian. I do random things like play video games and shit in Unreal Engine, like how I'm doing now. How you doing? How everything go with Outlast Trials? Oh, you went over to Idiotic Vector?
I have a paper here. Phone? Oh, they spelled.
Oh!
Julia.
No! No, Kitty!
What?
Outlasted the trials. Good, good, good. I need to. I was lurking in your channel, so I need to hear myself 2 times. Also, I see Wolfie's streaming. Yeah, that's a Wolfie. Oh, I'm gonna shoot the crow. Yeah. Yeah, that's what I've been working on Doc. Anytime you've possibly seen me playing Hentai Fighter 3, this is actually what's open. Because that's the name of this scene. Well, this project. Because I like giving my Unreal Engine projects weird names sometimes. But yeah, just chilling, talking about what we're gonna be doing with this, and the trials and tribulations of trying to get up to this point, and learning 3D modeling and learning the Unreal Engine and tinkering with all the programs that are related to, well, some of the programs related to 3D modeling, like Blender and GIMP for some texturing stuff, and then learning how to port stuff over to Unity so I can turn it into a VRM for using for VC Face, then using VC Face to connect to Unreal Engine to get movement of at least my head in Unreal Engine. Then afterwards, with Unreal Engine here, I end up learning how to do control rigs for being able to move my body around. All the apps. And I'm hoping eventually, once all is said and done with this setup, and I got this VTuber studio, well, virtual studio set up, and all this other crap, I could just package it and launch it as a executable from my desktop to be able to instantly start picking this scene up instead of having to pull up Unreal Engine, pull up the project, launch it from there as a player and editor, so that I can capture it and bullshit with you guys. You can like barely see it, but like down here's chat right now. So yeah, slowly learning all the things, and then working on more stuff as I go along with it, while parenting, while doing a full-time job. Hey, Red, were you playing with Doc tonight? Welcome. Oh, I see you're on Outlaw.
I have stated multiple times that Rad Panda TV is my lover.
Okay. Good for you. No need to explain. As long as you're still alive and everybody had a good laugh out of it, then all is good.
No, God!
And thank you very much for the follow.
No, God, please, no! 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 No!
Welcome to the crew. Yar. Alright. Give Wolfie a head pat. Go in there, bust in her room, be like, Booyakasha, and give her a head pat. But yeah, welcome, Red Panda. I'm just gonna call you Red because I think Doc called you Red before, or Panda. I was lurking on the stream, but I was also playing Division 2 earlier, and I couldn't hear a whole lot sometimes because of gunfire and trying not to do the dead. But oh boy, so much going on in life. It's hard to keep a schedule anymore, and it sucks. Like the only schedule I definitely got to keep on is the schooling stuff, but hopefully 31st here rolls around quickly. And the end of the school year and summer vacation, and that means I might start streaming earlier in the day. Because during those times I can at least do my work stuff in the morning hours instead of having to wait for the afternoon. I like how it's a bit different than, like, normally in the past I never thought I'd have a whole lot of fun doing just chatting streams, or ever thought I'd have a thing for like doing art streams either. I only list this as an art stream because, well, I'm doing stuff in Unreal Engine. This isn't a finished project. Maybe once I get the studio all put together, then I might go with just chatting. But at the same time, a lot of people in just chatting I'd rather avoid. But yeah. I like to talk a lot about the things I plan to do, but damn, does it feel like it takes forever to get to it. Biggest sleep is going to be getting this studio done. Then I might take a break from Unreal stuff for a little bit to get version 3 done of of my model. Then work on the game thing that I was talking about. Because who knows, maybe with version 3 I'll get other ideas while I'm working on that for the game. Alright, I'm getting a bit tired here. Walker's got 5, but I got somebody on the list that's only got 2. And he's ready to move. I think we're gonna raid Star here for the night, and I'll probably slowly work on things like I said on Wednesday here. If I'm not feeling Division 2, then we're gonna be doing a Blender stream to work on the second suggestion that people put in for what to make for this scene. If I'm not feeling working on that, I might just work on waiting for the ads to finish. God damn ads. I hate Twitch so much for this. So I don't end up talking to them. I forget how long that stupid ad break's got an hour, so I don't want to start this raid too early. Not be able to actually say bye to people properly before then. But yeah. Waiting for things to be done. Cause Twitch is ran by assholes. The evidence. Alright, so we'll start the raid at the 5-second mark. There we go, 5 seconds. Alrighty. Welcome back from ads, everybody. We're gonna be raiding Star here. This is the raid message for those that are subscribed. This is the global version for those that aren't subscribed. You'd use your own emotes, global emotes, somebody else's emotes. I don't care. Just, you know, throw some razzmatazz in there. But thank you all very much for coming along, hanging out. Thanks again for the raid doc. And thanks for the follow, Red Panda. Rad Panda, not Red Panda. Thanks for stopping in, JP, Anu, Joe, Kuko, Deadpool, Mod. Appreciate you guys coming by, seeing what my goofy ass is up to. But yeah, until Wednesday, hope you all have a good week.